Hello and a very good evening. You're now watching TVS News at 5. Let's get right into it. Two helicopters believed to be privately owned crashed near Sekolah Kebangsaan Tamil Taman Melawati in Taman Melawati earlier this morning, killing 2 passengers. The 2 helicopters, each with 2 occupants comprising 3 men and 1 woman, grazed each other in the 11:45 a.m. incident before plunging to the earth.
Terhempas. Helikopter. Tu ada jatuh. Bukan, ada jatuh lagi.
According to Selangor Fire and Rescue Department Chief Norazam Khamis, a distress call was received at 11:47 a.m. and 3 rescue teams were deployed to the scene. All 4 helicopter occupants sustained visible injuries and were still strapped to their seats in the wreckage as nearby residents went to their aid. Norazam reported that 2 of the occupants, including the woman, sustained light injuries and are conscious, while the other 2 were rushed to hospital by an ambulance and succumbed to their injuries. They were pronounced dead by St. John's Ambulance medical personnel. Meanwhile, a spokesman from the Taman Melawati police station said details of the crash are still sketchy. Ampang Jaya District Deputy Police Chief Superintendent Muhammad Azam Ismail confirmed that the helicopter took off from the Sultan Abdul Aziz Shah Airport in Subang and was headed to Genting Sempah. He said the deceased have been identified as My Heli Club's captain and chief flying instructor, Commander RTD Muhammad Sabri Baharum and Muhammad Ifwan Rawi. The 2 injured victims are former Malaysia Airlines Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director Tan Sri Ahmad Jauhari Yahya and the sole woman Tan Chai Yan.
Schools out for all schools in the country, including vocational colleges under the Education Ministry. The closures will start on Monday, November 9, until the last day of the school year on December 17.
Penutupan ini melibatkan 74% daripada jumlah keseluruhan sekolah di bawah KPM. Oleh yang demikian, KPM telah memutuskan bahawa semua sekolah di negeri Kelantan, Pahang, Perlis dan Sarawak akan turut ditutup bermula pada 9 November 2020 sehingga ke hari akhir persekolahan tahun ini, iaitu pada 17 Disember 2020 bagi negeri kumpulan A dan 18 Disember 2020 bagi negeri kumpulan B.
Its Minister Dr. Muhammad Razi Jidin noted that the closure involves 5 million students and 500,000 teachers. Throughout this period, teaching and learning will continue in the form of home-based. Schools administrators have to ensure that home-based learning continues and that teachers remain at their stations.
Sepanjang tempoh penutupan tersebut, pengajaran dan pembelajaran akan tetap diteruskan secara home-based learning mengikut kesesuaian guru dan murid. Pentadbir sekolah perlu memastikan guru serta murid melaksanakan pengajaran dan pembelajaran di rumah. Di sepanjang tempoh ini juga, guru perlu kekal berada di stesen tempat bertugas masing-masing.
Muhammad Razi further said that the school year will begin on January 20th, 2021, with all primary school pupils starting face-to-face lessons on the same day.
Penggal persekolahan akan bermula pada 20 Januari 2021. Semua murid sekolah rendah akan memulakan sesi persekolahan secara bersemuka pada tarikh tersebut. Bagi sekolah menengah pula, murid tingkatan 1, tingkatan 4, tingkatan 5 dan tingkatan 6 serta murid kolej vocational akan memulakan persekolahan secara bersemuka pada tarikh yang sama. Manakala murid tingkatan 2 dan tingkatan 3 akan memulakan sesi persekolahan pada tarikh yang sama tetapi secara home-based learning mengikut kesesuaian guru dan murid. Mereka akan kembali ke sekolah untuk sesi pembelajaran secara bersemuka pada 8 Mac 2021.
Also, all major exams in the country will be postponed until next year, following the third wave of COVID-19 infections and lockdown restrictions in almost all states. Education Minister Dr. Muhammad Razzi Jidin said this involved the Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia, SPM, Sijil Tinggi Persekolahan Malaysia, STPM, Sijil Tinggi Agama Malaysia, STAM, and Sijil Vocational Malaysia, SVM.
Mengambil kira situasi semasa, KPM telah membuat keputusan untuk meminda tarikh peperiksaan tersebut. Peperiksaan SPM, SVM, STAM akan bermula pada 22 Februari 2021. Manakala peperiksaan STPM pula akan bermula pada 8 Mac 2021. Perincian tentang semua peperiksaan awam ini akan dimaklumkan dalam masa yang terdekat.
He added that the Malaysian University English Test, MUET, for matriculation students, which was scheduled for December 8 to December 19, 2020, will also be postponed to next year. The ministry's decision will affect 400,445 SPM candidates, 23,313 SVM candidates, 92,964 STPM candidates, and 7,996 STAM candidates. Razzi also said the rescheduling of public examinations would not affect the registration of students in public higher education and tertiary level institutions.
Dalam mendepani cabaran pada masa ini, kami memohon jasa baik dan kerjasama semua pihak untuk bersama-sama mendukung usaha-usaha yang dilaksanakan oleh KPM. Yakinlah bahawa setiap langkah yang diatur KPM adalah bagi memastikan generasi masa depan negara mendapat pendidikan yang terbaik walaupun dalam keadaan yang sangat mencabar.
Welcome back. The establishment of the National Employment Council will focus on efforts to create nearly 500,000 new job opportunities as well as address unemployment. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin said the council will also involve the private sector and skill groups to assist the government besides providing views on steps needed to achieve this purpose.
Satu daripada yang menjadi apa orang dikatakan perhatian ataupun juga kebimbangan rakyat kita ialah tentang soal pekerjaan. Sama ada dia berkekal dengan pekerjaan ataupun mereka ini akan diberhentikan ataupun mereka tidak ada pekerjaan. Termasuklah mereka yang ada daripada universiti apa yang mendapatkan sokongan dan individu-individu yang lain. Sebab itu untuk cuan ini kita perlu mencari langkah-langkah yang agak lebih khusus dan sebabkan itu maka pihak kabinet telah memutuskan supaya sebuah majlis pekerjaan dibentuk. Di banyak negara pun mungkin ada ini, kita pun ada juga tapi dia agak terasing, in silos kata orang. Banyak jatuh kuasa telah dibentuk tetapi tidak menjurus pada langkah-langkah untuk menjana peluang-peluang pekerjaan baru.
He said this when appearing on the Agenda Awani talk show on Saturday. Muhyiddin said reskilling and upskilling training for some unemployed groups are currently ongoing to enable them to adapt to jobs that will be generated through new economic activities. According to him, this is a step forward for the government to manage the problem of unemployment, including among graduates and those who have been provided with upskilling and reskilling training to be retrained so that they are provided with suitable jobs.
Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin does not discount the possibility of the government cooperating with the opposition bloc in important matters concerning the country, especially regarding the economy and ways to combat COVID-19. He said the government would adopt an inclusive approach when it comes to getting and considering the views of all parties.
Sebab itu mengamalkan sikap inklusif tu bagi saya adalah satu perkara yang baik. Tak kira siapa pun, baik mereka ni di sebelah sana, tapi nak dilihatkan kita ni mesra pelanggan, bersedia menerima cadangan dan kita teliti dan halusi. Kalau dia baik, kita ambil kira. Jadi bagi saya ini langkah permulaan. Saya berfikir untuk satu peringkat lain, saya nak mempelawa juga pembangkang untuk sama-sama duduk dalam katalah Majlis Tindakan Ekonomi, Economic Action Council yang saya pengusikan tiap-tiap minggu. Ini soal ekonomi. Ataupun nak menguruskan masalah COVID yang saya pengusikan setiap hari. Bukan sebulan sekali, setiap hari saya hari ini pun pengusikan mesyuarat. Dan bagaimanakah pihak pembangkang memberikan pandangan mereka? Langkah-langkah yang kita ambil ni kalau dikata tidak berkesan, apa cadangan mereka untuk membuat dia berkesan? Bukan soal nak dapat kredit pada mereka saja, tetapi untuk pihak rakyat mendapat faedah daripada pandangan mereka.
Asked if he was also ready to take a similar or bipartisan approach in political matters, Muhyiddin said all things must be done in stages. For him, what is important at the time are the problems faced by the people and efforts to revive the economy, not issues about politics or parties. Asked about the statement by opposition leader Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, who claimed that Budget 2021 did not have the impetus to stimulate and revive the country's economy, Muhyiddin said he was open to the views and inputs from all parties. He said the country's economy was projected to recover to between 6.5 and 7.5% in 2021 compared to the expected growth of between -3.5 and -5.5% this year.
Well, that's it for now, but for more English news updates, stay tuned to the Nightline with Ruben Gomez at 11:30 p.m. I am Razia Ahmad for TVS. Stay safe.